Now, on this issue, the scholars do differ. There's two camps. When a woman is expecting, she's pregnant, the scholars say if she fears, and the same thing for breastfeeding as well, if she fears for her own self, her own health and well-being, then all she does is make up the fast later, in other days, after Ramadan is passed. The scholars then, there's a difference of opinion. They say, okay, say if she doesn't fear for herself, her own well-being, but she fears for the child which is inside her. Then some of them say, then she has to fast and she has to give the kafara as well. Feed a poor person one meal for every day that she misses. Now, the stronger opinion in this, both camps have their scholars from the past. Okay, so on the ones that say only fasting, you've got Hasan al-Basri, you've got Ata, al-Nakhai, al-Zuhri, al-Awza'i, all big imams, yani equivalent of the four imams that are famous and known. You've got Athawri and yani Abu Hanifa's school of thought, also on that. Then you've got the others who say she has to fast and feed, reported from some of the companions, Ibn Umar, Ibn Abbas. You've got, obviously, if it's coming from Ibn Abbas, Mujahid's taking it, his student. You've got Ash-Shafi'i and Imam Ahmad. Malik says if she's pregnant, she makes up the fast because if she fasts, then she's going to make herself ill. So the darar, the harm, is upon her either way. She doesn't need to think about it. So then all she does is make up the fast. And he says, as for the one who's breastfeeding, he makes a distinction. He says she should fast and pay the kafara. The strongest opinion in this issue, inshallah ta'ala, which, and I've quoted some scholars, Ibn Taymiyyah goes in detail and explains it. He says all she has to do is make up the fast. So as far as looking through the evidences and stuff, just making up the fast when she is able to, that is sufficient, inshallah ta'ala. But someone said to me the other day, the sister was confused, and she thought all she has to do is pay. No fasting ever. No making up. No, this is not one of the two opinions. No, it's either just make up the fast or make up the fast and pay the kafara. And at first you might think, hang on a second, doing both, doing the thing that is making up, which is the normal case, and doing the other thing, which is when you can't fast at all, like the old people and the terminally ill, that these two things never come together. The azm, the normal case, and that which is the badal, that which replaces it, never come together. But then if you think about it, a woman who goes through, pregnancy and breastfeeding, pregnancy continually, and she hasn't been fasting for a long period of time, she wouldn't like to meet Allah with that around her neck. So then you see the wisdom why the fuqaha said, give the kafara. Because I'm sure she would like to meet Allah, at least she's done the kafara. At least she's got that off her neck, even if she passes away. So there is a wisdom there. That's why there's that difference of opinion. Now.
You also put some guide on the problem where some of the sisters regarding the 6 fast in Shaban, and some say that you have to make up your missed fast from Ramadan, then do the Shaban, and some say you can do the 6 Shaban first because of the hadith that the Aisha would do it till next Shaban.
We have that for those sisters as well who are making up fast in Ramadan. Do they have to make up their fast of Ramadan and then do the 6th fast of Shawwal, so it's like they've been fasting the complete year, or can they do the other one? Now, obviously, you mentioned there's a difference of opinion. Some say because the obligation has to be fulfilled, that has to be done first. But then there's others who are a bit more lenient in that sense. They say, she's going to make up, and she has the whole year to make up. So she's going to do those optional fasts with that intention, and then she's going to make up because she still has time. Inshallah, Ibn Uthaymeen makes it easy. And inshallah, when you encourage and make it easy, people don't leave it. If you said she has to do that, oh, it's too hard, yani I got so many days to fast, and I can't do it, and then you're discouraging them. So inshallah, going with his qawl, Ibn Uthaymeen rahimahullah ta'ala, inshallah they can make up first, they can do the optional ones first, and then they can make up during the year. But obviously, if they are able, if they have the strength, then it's better to be on the safe side, so there's no doubt whatsoever that they have that reward, to do the obligation and then to do the obligation and then to fast the 6. طيب, Jazakumullahu khayra. And let us remember on a final note, fasting is not just about leaving food and drink and our desires. Fasting is comprehensive. Fasting this month of Ramadan is all about taqwa. If you look at the verses of fasting in Surah Al-Baqarah, it starts, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu kutiba alaykum as-siyam, and the reason, la'allakum tattaqoon. Fasting is prescribed because to get you to fear Allah 24/7. That is the reason. And the last thing Allah says on the next page, after He tells us about the nights of Ramadan when we can eat, etc., Allah ends it, and these are the hudud of Allah. Don't go close to the hudud of Allah. Don't break Allah's commands. Don't break His laws ever, because He's ever watching. Allah is explaining His verses to mankind. Why? لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَّقُونَ. Starting with taqwa there, ending with taqwa. This is the purpose of Ramadan. When we're fasting, we fast in a complete and comprehensive sense. So we don't raise our voices, as in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. We don't start acting obscenely. Things were haram in the first place. Definitely you can't touch them. Halal has been made haram for us during the day. So the haram is even more haram. Look at it like that. And remember, the reason of our fasting is to control our desires and to develop that taqwa, that sense that Allah is watching us 24/7. Allah never sleeps, Allah never rests. He is the Almighty. So let us remember that in our siyam, and may Allah accept it from us and you and from all of the Muslims, and get us up the ladder of piety and not let us fall back down to where we are now. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.